Enumera no zia kase boni ade bramo peace 104.3. Okay 101.7 neat 100.9. Ship House Abeka Junction Accra. Hello 101.5 FM Kumasi Dumadishma ma emamu nyina adwo. Enumere ya manya ma hodo so nsema ye dey bayi. Enam radio stations ahodo so Ghana ne amanone ene ye dey ato peacefmonline.com. peacefmonline.com. Na kasebo yi sign your live in social media handles. Oba Facebook ay Peace 104.3 FM. Peace 104.3 FM. And face we call YouTube so Despite Media.
Na adiadi kasebon mu akotine bia ne se Minister for Interior ye ononyamfo Ambrose Derry. Wode enipa miensadi atudwa se womu ana womu nyansitemu mfa awrawosama esi ye ewo adwira no ho.
I have set up a 3-member ministerial committee to conduct public inquiry into the unfortunate occurrences.
Na enwatire no National Executive Sima NDC amanyokuo eko adwira enne na wamuduru wono nsem wamudi tu dwane bi ni.
Penyufo ye piara sa asem we no kra wo mu be pia bonten na wono a wadi sa Afrika semi ye de won afa mra kwan so ne ya twe won aso mapa no penyufo se ye hye mo bose omobe.
Na Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council adi womunsa ato agbegburoshi market ekwanya na edahonum baabi a womutu anyofo no efriye no. Minister for Railways Development ononyamfo Peter Amewu ana wode atudwa se railway lines no anya ade a womu aton.
The relevant agencies of the ministry, Mr. Speaker, have also been directed not to grant or renew any lease on any of the railway lines.
Na a scholarship secretariat at the online application portal bia tuja 2021-2022 academic year. Obia o peso onya scholarship na ho no wonko.
Ene na ye bie portal no se obi bia o pese o apply no obetumi apply. Bie no for na wotwe miensa. Na se ye bie ne ye be san tom 21st of July.
Ensambi aka wenum ho na yatena se ayede ben na mpeni se de yeso na betinu hu no betom ne ho ananti ya wasede bia ne yede ma.
Ozon's chemist woman ade Ozon's garlic capsules abadwaso. MTN everywhere you go. High Sense Ghana. Ono ena oye official sponsor Euro 2020. JM Ado and Sons the Galivia Plus glucometer and the test strips aba. Duffy's Health and Beauty Ohima Feminine Mr. Nyan Rodia Bejaso. Car bank this is a banking hall any phone any unsem. Sanumekwe any cray mua oti and cafe ship house and enumri. I can go for oti and kane ayame. Nana yaw kese ena afi.
Amansan tiame kwabena mafo.
Kasi abonu nchiremu enye. Ghana mampeni abedieche Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia achire se sisaye ya yede eba amramudwuma mu ewo Ghana ha sei no ebeboa pa ama Ghana wanya sika ede afri amramudwuma mu ene won mu eye ho adwuma no eto esese wo mu etua no Ghana ensa ebeka ni nyina na mu wose de ha no ene se sa amramudwuma ya yeye ewo Ghana ha sei enya sika kuma efri mu no nipa dodo no a ede agudie no a wonya no esuma enti emma eto esese oman no enya no yenya efri ho mampani abedi akire se saa na mo no na aban pese wosesa no se be ya ebetumi aboa na wo ya mramudwuma no emfa so esese oman no so nya fri ho te se ne a ekoso ewo Johannesburg South Africa en importamu no eno so yenza ebetumi aka mampani abedi akire de saa ensam yi atudwa ewo bra ogina mampani na nado danko akufu ado anamu ebie Ghana Mining Week ano ya watu di Ghana Gold Expo 2021 ewo sekendi takrade
remains an important contributor to our country's revenue. As a matter of fact, the mining sector has provided the largest tax base in the last decade. The truth is, the average Ghanaian living within the mining regions and districts have little to say about how they benefit substantially from mining. This has to do with the fact that these communities in which the mining is being done remain largely underdeveloped. We often talk about Takwa, Daman, Pristia, and other communities within just the western region, which are amongst the richest gold mines in the world. But if we were to ask ourselves, how come Takwa, Damang, Prestia, and other communities do not exhibit any form of gold wealth among the ordinary community members? There is a compelling contrast between other gold mining communities outside Ghana, like South Africa's Johannesburg, and our Takwa, Night and Day.
Omampeni abedi echire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na enu echi no ena oswafo a wono ena ohwe nsase ne odmankoma ne ma ode adom yen so onmunyamfo Samuel Abujina Ponso ka se niema onyankopon de adom yen na ehye asase mu nyina no wode ma wo man no ene nchirima nyina enu nti ena aban we aye ne se ya makwan ema obi anyamra mujuma basa no.
Government seeks to promote sustainable mining in our country. However, we are vehemently opposed to any form of mining which degrades the environment of our country. This is why government is taking measures to reform the work of the Minerals Commission to ensure that we import machines which will ensure that we don't use mercury, cyanide in the extraction of gold. And this is why government is partnering with the Small Scale Miners Association to work with them hand in glove to ensure that we come to grips with the small scale mining industry. So in Ghana, we will have a viable, prudent, small-scale mining industry which contributes to the socio-economic development of our country.
Onmonyamfo Sam Abujina po anyway to Ghana to emantamuzuafo onmonyamfo Kobi Ochredako Mensa enso eka se sebia ne yen yeti wiase nti na odmankoma ne ma ode adom yen ya nhweso yie ne yese no e de ase oman Ghana enchirima beba bebi se ho asem.
Environment. We do acknowledge the right of our future generation to enjoy nature's inheritance to humanity. We will therefore not be dealing fairly with posterity if we move to a new chapter in the fight without restoring the environment to its natural state. Appreciatively, as part of Akan from the Ghana Gold Expo 2020, we have received proposals and have started discussion on advanced technologies to clean these water bodies and the land. I'm happy to inform you that we have our very own Branch University of Mines and Technology fully on board this project, and we'll be talking this afternoon. Without doubt, the government is resolved on building a resilient artisanal small-scale mining sector, but of course, with the support of all stakeholders.
Atoy mantamu so afo onmonyamfo Kwabena Ochredako Mensa enso anu disem ne yete ensem nyina ye nua pia dankwa ya oto enkra e Rock FM Takra de ada Roma ene ensa kan
na Ghana Mampeni His Excellency Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo de krata bi pie ja na wode wo hye de ama soafo a wo hye amanye so enam so ma Minister for Interior ononyamfo Ambrose Derry enede wode atuga say wa power 3-member ministerial committee ya wamu na ebeye nsisemu ade afa nipekumu ekoso ewo edira eno wo esetredumase municipality na sa nipa miensa no eye committee no eye Justice George Kingsley Kumsin oye Justice ewo Court of Appeal Dr. Vladimir Ntidanso oye security expert ena Juliet Enti Amua oye executive director Emma Pen Plus Bite na sa abedekuo miensen Mrs. Mary Louise Simmons ya oye principal state attorney ena obeye sa committee no secretary na bra wo pass sa committee wontuma no ena wo kata wonim say mampani amanedu 10 days ultimatum say wo munyam sisemu fa report amfa metu nanim na wati dipa say kuoya wapa beye tumaden na omu de report we safata ade abetuma mpeni anim. Interior Minister de asem ye today na owo ejira man hene berema osai sidie ya wotosu mienu na himfie wa abra wo kwa akosra asem asi wanum no wakwa akwaje information edikan kra kwesibro ni beka say first hand information na sa bra wo kro no woni Asante Regional Minister wano aso na ya chairman ma Asante Regional Security Council ononyamfo Simon Semensa ena womu koye na bra womu koye na wodi tuja wo say oman na sumji yade a edama mpani akoma so panti womu mpese ya betoto na sekura enti we ya wabai womu ba behese asumji mapa ebetumi aba ejira ho eno ati wasafa akonya no so akɔsrɛsrɛ wɔn mu awuo wɔn prepra abusuafo a yɛasabea baabi a wɔn da bia no wɔn toa so kɔhwɛ wɔn nom.
I bring you condolences from His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and he has instructed me accordingly. Nana, today I am announcing for the first time to the country that I have set up a 3-member ministerial committee to conduct public inquiry into the unfortunate occurrences. 3-man committee consists of Justice George Kinsley Combs, Justice of the Court of Appeal, Dr. Vladimir Anchudanso, a security expert member, MS Juliet Amwa, Executive Director of Pen Plus Bikes. They form the 3-member committee, and Secretary comes to the Office of the Attorney General, MS Maria Louise Simmons.
Wei Interior Minister Ononyamfo Ambrose Derry na Ashanti Regional Minister Ononyamfo Samuel Mensa ono so na ya chairman ma Ashanti Regional Security Council watata asem no esi wadwira no wada wona ha tene pa na ni kwansa abasa enti adofo nka wo makomanto omuyem na wagidi se wo mu beye tumaden na de asomdwe abra de se wadwira
na ho behia se minister tun na wada na pan for duty that the security council na Akan na yeba na so na yibiti efiase na fi entribu ho na wasi toto na toto na enipa bi so ahwe wo nkwa yankopon amfa wo kransi na wase yako obusuafo a o ma hwe wo ma de hye no no so yako na koma wo mu enso yako na bi ni wa wo metra o no so se ko fese na o ni amati na sitimenti che ba we dia asem ya atumi ni e ba ba manana e ni adwama na yako na fi ya hwe toto ya betimi ya to ko se ne be ya e betimi si ade na na da achen so
wei Ononyamfo Simon Ose Mensa Ejrama yene barema Ose sidi a wotoso mienu ono so tese anamontu abanye tuo no nani ate ho pa na wobesre se ebetumi kura nko mu mesi ne afra ne se military barracks no ebi wo ho se de ebe ya basabasa ebi koso mbetumi aso anontem
Ejura ha de se ye to aba ntokwa ye churo din a ntokwa de bia na moja nketenkete egugu asase so enti honorable interior minister wa haide na ade achisa ne ye koye ne mu yi ye besro ye wura ye koye ne mu yala wada man kaboa ye na ye nhwe se dachi bia no ye benya military detachment bi wa ha a wo mbe base ha sei na chese ye sesa wo mokra ne ye hu se ka ba ko bi sikwa no ho a tem bia no ye be hu security for no wa eno na nchen last abe bia prison camp ya no yi ye ka se nananom ye so ya ho odin de betimi ne se ye yi asase kese ato se ye police division se division nya landed ya eho ni police form panyimfo bebre wa ha
wei Ejrama yene barema Ose sidi a wotoso mienu empeni said you ordin kraman no oyi ne tachere maso aboa na nanu anani wo motiwa no watesa ntokwa de asasa anti wo mbesi military barracks wo ho enu betumi a stop sa ntokwa no yenua Otobrosie Kwato Buadu Hello FM eno wo bo ansem ya no edebai
na saasem we ya ho ena national executive for the NDC amanyokuo no anim ene wo msoso ekọ adwira ho na wokoya okokoto Mohammed Ibrahim ayetafe no macho kaka ya wanya ne ba bi ekro na busua ekoma wonom hyeden na womo hyeden no omka se saasem we si en arehọ pa yanka enise esie enkanka ne ebra etise mu a wiase nyina age kebam kebia tumu a oman Ghana nsoso yedi emu akotren na womo fasa akwanya no so ko Abdul Nasser on so na yie na no ena party kasamafo onmonyamfo Sami Jemfi ekase macho kaka no wono a ehwere won kwa sa abre ni nyina mu no ya reho sempa bibia ni wo obi beka ya ebe kire se sa asem no na esese esese yagi atumu enti endi se mo ikon bekoso atabusu ya ni nyina achi akwa kopem se ebenya atentrene ede ama wo mo a ehwere won kwa no
Edi abeji ye nua bema no enkwa firi ne nsem no. Se onipa kra de kyewon a ala onfa nkyewon da. Na de wo se empenyufo ye piara sa asem we no kra wo mu be pia bonten. Na wono a wadi sa hu kasami ye de won afa mra kwan so ne ya twe won asoma pa no. Empenyufo se ye nhye mo bose omobe. Nothing less, nothing more. The everything nyina eye justice. Ana meboa justice for Abdul Nasir, justice for Mutala Mohammed, justice for Yenua Kaka. Na onka ye ho de ne nso oye Ghana ni na woye adwuma pa e de boa edwira impuntu. Enu nti ye ba ha ne ye nante se atia wa no no. Edi kan ya pa akochia abusuafo a ewo asopiti. Yenua Abdul ne maame a oda yare mpa so esan arewosem a aba. Ye papa John Mahama e ma ye bibi kakra boa mu ade 1000 Ghana cedis ye mfa nkoboa ye maame no.
Sami Jamfi ekitaundie bofo ma NDC amanyokuo no. Nasem yachi ena emrahye bedwani a owo epomo onmunyamfo Mohammed Bawa Brahima enso eka se asem esi en areho no de obesra ban se ompem patasika bi na omfa emma abusua no.
Ibrahim Mohammed Kaka no ye hia tentene ne sesei omo we apese omo fa kwan bi so eda ne asem ne se onua bi a wono wo yare eda fie no wona de ababo no akwara nkura so no oni sa hoode no omo hwemu yenye investigations ni ye na ma tentene ne enye adwuma enipa mienu so asojafo no ku omo no so no ye demand we demand say sa nkwada mienu no amisa sisubio say institute investigation that's how sojafo no a omo koye sa omo koye sa unprofessional conduct no e ko tutu e bon kwada mienu no we are demanding say yebehu say investigation na ase na ya say the government should compensate the families efa kakani wo no de sa new twist amuni e bani nyina afterthought and will not wash enya no kware
Edwamra shebedwani onimonyamfo Mohammed Bawa Brahima eno ode sansemu etu dwa yenua omono asamoa ena oboaboa sansemi ano ede emaye na the peace news atie ede everyone ene say asojafo beye wo ha ana de bro sampokra wo mo age wa kuro na bombo na de amasa asem na sie nyina ne say yesi soja ni baako ena okokofro pragia ibi na wosi ye no hu se ne phone ayira ena obisa de otwi pragia ne say me ba ocho wo me phone ayira no wahu wo se da bi no se na se me ba fu pragia nyina akra no na phone na hyembotom me ba ha se susu me nko ba bia he ya pe ena magina 80 phone we beka ezi phone ayira wo se phone ayira wo se phone ayira na soja ni se oye ye be kwa aba na wo ko ya wo dan wo ho ba ye no enaja wo se sa ne nua mrante no kentena nwampa aka ho ena wo ba ne ye se wo ma hwekurumafo no pa ma hwomanfo na ye nua ba ko a wo ye adwuma e wo radio wa ye fe no Said Fatau Yenzaka Fatau ewo ahoma no so apese ye ne di nkomo ewo sa asemi eho. Good evening Fatau.
Good evening my brother, how are you?
Managing yourself?
I'm also doing well.
Okay. Can you tell us what really happened in Wa today?
Thanks so much. This afternoon around 1:15 p.m. We saw some military officers who were running from their barracks and then they were running into the Wa township. So when they go to a particular junction they call Pomo Junction in Wa, they started jumping down from a Kia truck that they forced the driver to take them. Some of them were running from the barracks coming. Some of them too, when they met the driver on the way, they forced them to they forced the driver to take them from that point and then bring them to that junction we called Pomo Junction. So immediately they go to Pomo Junction, they started beating people with fan belts. They started beating people with sticks and then some pipes that they were holding. So at that moment, people thought that, no, these people might be beating us because of nose masks and other things. So people started wearing their nose masks and what have you. But when they got to realize that even those who were wearing nose masks were being beaten, at that point, everybody was running for himself or herself. So after that, then some vehicles, tricycles in what we call them kambu. some Kambu drivers were being stopped, and then their drivers were accosted, beaten, and then they made them to, they beat some of them. They have to even run away, leaving the tricycles on the middle of the road. Then within that period, no military officer was ready to speak to any media guy, but they were beating people. It was one of the guys that they were beating that they said, we've pampered you for a while. You people take us for granted because we've pampered you for a while. How can you steal a military man's mobile phone? That one of you, then by then they were torturing one of the Kambu drivers. So they told him that one of you bolted away with our officer's mobile phone, and that will beat you until we get that person. So at that moment, we got to realize that they were orchestrating that act because of a mobile phone that was being taken away from one of them by that Kambu driver, as it has been alleged. But anybody that they saw on their way, they were just beating those people. People were watching, football match in a game center. They went inside there, they brought all of them out, they started beating them. And some people who were even riding, they have to stop them, beat them, and then a woman was also riding with a pregnant woman, to be clear. A pregnant woman was also riding with her 2 children behind her. They have to stop her, take the motorbike away from her, and then they pushed her and then the children away, and then they picked the motorbike. They started chasing some Kambu drivers, and then they were just beating people mercilessly. Anybody that come their way, they always just torture the person without even asking a question. So it was at that moment when we called, when we placed a call to the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council to find out what actually was happening, because none of the military officers was ready to grant us an interview. So we called the RESEC to find out what was happening. Then the public relations officer for the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council said there wasn't any, that nobody sanctioned them to orchestrate such act. Then he said he was coming to see what was happening. So when he got there, before he could even introduce himself to them, that he was the public relations officer, they started beating him. He didn't utter a word, but they started beating him. Then a police officer who was also around told them that this guy you are beating is the public relations officer of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council. They didn't even pay heed to her, and then they accosted this guy. They were beating him, and then at a point he has to also run for his life. At the moment, they just discharged him from the Upper West Regional Hospital some 3 minutes ago, and his situation, it was very, very worrisome. So at the moment, the military men, or will I say the military officers, they haven't granted us an interview to let us know, because all effort to speak to them didn't materialize. But when we called the regional police commander, Mr. Francis Abuaje, he told us that he has also placed a call to the military commander to find out what was actually happening. And then he was told that the military commander is not in the region, but the military commander rather tasked him, the regional police commander, to take over and then quell the situation. But he wasn't able to control them. But within some period of time, some of the senior officers from the military barracks came around, and then they talked to them and they went back to the barracks. So from there, the member of parliament for One Central constituency, who was also in town, he rushed to the barracks to demand for answers for what they've done. And then the military hierarchy in the region, they apologized for the act, and he's still demanding that he should be told what actually happened and what the motive was. So this afternoon, that was what happened in Wa.
I see. So tell me how the situation is like now. Have they gone back to their barracks?
Yes, they've gone back to the barracks. But as of the time they were beating people at that time, I can describe the situation as being chaotic, and then there was panic, fear and panic within Wa Township. But at the moment, calm has been restored.
Okay, now hold on. Abusafo, asamu a yeni enu yi kan nyina ne say ɛna sojafoɔ a ɛwɔ waa ɛna wɔn sɛ sɛnam di kan ka kyerɛ mo na no yɛwie soja ni baako mobile phone ti wɔn ti si kurom ani obi ɔmbɛkyɛ obi a ɔmbɛhwɛ wɔn bu nipa kurom hɔ a na ɛnya asɛm ketewa nti yɛka sɛ mo a mo hwɛ wɔ Facebook so no yɛde video no ato hɔ sɛ bɛyɛ a mo nso mo betumi anya bi ahwɛ na mo hunu asɛm a ɛkɔɔ so wɔ waa sɛnea mene menua bɛma Said Fatau edi ɛho nkɔmɔ no na wɔse obia no ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔbɛka bibia ma sojafoɔ yi bɛte aseɛ obia no ɔmo hwɛ no wɔpem sɛ Regional Coordinating Council no koraa no de ɔkasa ma wɔ mo ɔno so te sɛ saa asɛm no esie no ɔba no aba baabi sɛm sɛ ɛde asɛm na esie ansa na ɔbɛbie na no koraa ka asɛm na sojafoɔ no ate ɔmo hwɛ no ama ɔno so dwane yɛkyɛ sɛ akwa na akwa yɛ asɛm a ɛni enyan paa nti yɛde video no ato yɛn Facebook hɔ sisi a ti mo a mo hwɛ yɛn ɛwɔ Facebook ɛne YouTube no nyinaa mo betumi akɔhwɛ saa video no. Now Said, tell me, were the soldiers able to tell you people or anybody from the town that the officer, the supposed officer, his phone got lost at a particular point, or maybe he was sure that one Kambu rider took that mobile phone?
Yes, they said that said military officer was not on uniform. He was in mufti, and then he bought that Kambu. And when he got to his destination, the Kambu driver picked the phone from him, just like the person rushed the phone from him and then took off. So he don't know who the person is, but he rather reported to of the Kambu drivers that they themselves were now making such utterances, but they didn't grant any media house an interview because those guys, media people who were around, were being asked not to even get closer to them because if they see you and then they realize you're a media person, they rush to you to trying to accost you for being around to report on whatever that they were carrying on.
Okay. Now, is it the claim of the military officer that his mobile phone got stolen whilst on board that Kambu?
Yes, that his mobile phone got, that the person took the mobile phone away from him forcefully, and then the person rode off. So his issue was that he reported to the military command that one Kambu driver picked his phone and then bolted away. So in their quest to also do something to appease their colleague, this afternoon they invaded the township and then they started beating people haphazardly.
So his claim is that the phone was in his pocket and the said Kambu rider forcefully took the phone from his pocket and bolted with it?
Not on his pocket, his hand, and then the person picked it from him and then sped off.
Now, do we know this military officer or official in question? Do we know him? Can we say that this is the man making the claim?
At the moment, that is what we are demanding from the military.
Okay.
The member of parliament is also demanding that he has to know that military officer who lodged the complaint that resulted to this beatings that we saw this afternoon. But the military high command and the military hierarchy in the region, they are not trying to give out that person, but rather they decided that they are going to investigate the issue and then get the appropriate authorities informed about it.
Okay, so calm has been restored to Wa as we speak.
For now, calm has been restored.
I see. Thank you for that account.
You are much welcome.
Minua menene kasa ye fa Said Fatau. Oya adwuma edema radio wa. Jechemu na ne se. Osi soja ni ne se. Okofo sa Kambu no Pragiano aye friend na Kambu no. Na onhye soja atade. Ena ne mobile phone kuta no. Enti nia wotwi Pragiano. Ena G phone no feel in by force. And what did Johnny ye? And Nasam no. Na Emma Okoko Freddy Nyanum Soja for our mobile Kurumwa. Wama Bia Omu be on bono. If I saw your video no at that in Facebook was this young crowd who say, Oh, Rabisha got him. Was she got him? Yeah, Soja Nino. Washing or got a num eho. And the video in that on to it. mo a mo hwe prisons anwumre nyina mo behu video no se eda ho ya sojafo no kuta aba wo mo de hwe nkofo no masem nyina ne se wo mo enua sojani se wo ye pani o so ya akoda wo onhye soja atade en wafro pragia ana ayibi wafro ya na pragia rider no ehwim ni fu afini nse na mentimi hu se na wasi en ehwim fu no fini nsam ana ade ho na enhye da nto asopa na minim se military high command no omode eso omode ai omanu December betu dwane ehu de esi ye pote se sojani na semo ane se onhye atade enti obi a wo twi pragia na se ye fese kambui ehwim ne phone asan ba betena abobo ya pragia num etuko a sojani na ntimi anya hwe
anyway betumi kura echesi na akwaje anu obetumi atientie mu se kromfo na nkofo a wo aboa no wagenefo
enti de oho no kwame kire ye behwe na se yensaka sojafo mpanyifo no a na yahwe nkyiremu a mo de bemaye ewo saasemi eho na amane ne de ye ne yenua Said Fatahu ena etwetwe sa nkomo no
abusuafo yankwansam foforo so na a Greater Accra region hanum says will be ba hanum abeto anwo a anase jene wonio baabi anipa kro de nani betra kwa akwato ye agbagbureshi market a wanum de obi anim se eye anwonfo adosuo anya anwonfo nko ana wo wo nso a wo mutonton na de go eye scrap dealers no wanum wo nso wo na Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council ya say wanum wo toki dodo enti etese ye yi nipa ne free wo kopa baabi foforo mu wo mu kwatena en wo mu yeso adi nkotoku wanum ye comment wo mu nko enti yanai ani de tato okura wo mu de ma anyo tonfo ye ja wo mu kwan kura sam wo mu sika ka ho 500,000 Ghana cedis ya wo mu de fa wo mu nyama nyina ede akọ na enne abra Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council afra demolition team so wo mu mra anyi wo mu nko awo wo mu ne security personnel ebi ya sojafo aposifo fire service immigration ena nadmo adwumayefo ena wo mu nyina akogu wo se yendiri wo no mungu na bra wo mu control scrap dealers wo no no agya wa adwa wo mu teso wo mu mpene da ena ya behye ya mpene ye no wo mu sitais no wo mu totoniama na sojafo nso a aposifo no wo mu sache fa keto abeje kase ubetumi ne yan edi esie enti wamu ni wamu apreswa afedie scrap dealers no asasa niama MPP party officer wa gbogboreso na wamu adiri ni nyina ato agu wamu ntiase ye wamu ntiase na ebra ye bopini ho no ene ye ne scrap dealers wono ye scrap dealer wasaya asamre man ya owelia wakasai ena okire mu kire yen
omoma police na omoma kwanso yenko se because me say command na see enko botre no bi Africa no na so kwa won say ye caterpillars were inside you were heavy duty trucks were inside nya dey obetima afa maybe a day kura afa because I didn't over fast car so over rent even the material that is down me I have over worth of 80,000 materials down there so how can I convey yakasa chiro so omonto nobody should do anything again they should relax and I say yensu yenye baby say na so yekotina say na o treaty onion sellers no
gidigidi na e ba no all this one minister na engagement no ye ni nyina yes scrap yard for no yenka ho bi in fact so wo hwa hanum ni yi a onion market for no behind the onion market there was scrap dealers e wo honum sa scrap dealers ni eni o mo daily baby a ye ti wo hanum no engagement yan wan fa yanka ho bi. So the truth is that the minister has been very dishonest in decision now what taken. We have been ambushed. And as we speak, yes, scraps in Google Honum or Mark Akan in. So trust me, they've not treated us very well.
Well, I samre maya or area ho. Na no atina Greater Accra Regional Minister. Unonya for Henry Cote, Ada stakeholders womwa a matter nyina ase. Sasa process woman na smooth pa initially nenya easy. But woman to me activity na womo ediesu woman so no a woda wonum nyina ase.
Opening kase bi din komo and our time say exercise we started from Kwame na Ahoy time. That means it's from President Rawlings. May his soul rest in perfect peace. President Rawlings President Kufuor, President Mills, President Mahama, President Akufo-Addo. 6 presidents. But in the term of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, we have been able to do this. Until Dana say, it also biensa mu in some trouble. You started, let's make a crowd work. Nyamisi and Kanokre, your collaboration, no, I pepe, more informal public, more educated public, and you have come along with us to make a crowd work.
A greater Accra regional minister, Ononyamfo Henry Kote. Na ebra womu etu akọ agin kotokuno yenua odihunufo Jackson na wadi ekira odihunufo akọ aba
mejo so ni ababa
boko de
ya me ado bia boko
yo ayi asem de wodi wani adi ekira na wukọye agin kotoku na hotesen
ena anope yekodu agya kotoku no na nipa abo apeso bebre na nipa wo ho cars about 4 to 5 trucks na nyina esu jena na eyi jeni nipa dodo a na ewo ho nyina e jenifo a na no joada eye regional minister honorable Henry Kote kushia o no ka kire o mo se nyame ya adoma enne ya wo aye 1st July no eno betu o mu nyina free abobroshia na konkomo market ho e de won aba bedu eye agent kotoku enti a ekonya ne kire se after joada no eno mo sha ase se omu yi o mo nyema eye benada no o mo to no eyi kakra de koi ukuada omu yi kakra de koi enti anopa yekodu na yade a Jennifer no abodwa wo ton wo Jenny na na ewo mu se omu ton Jenny no e wo kwan ne nchepe omu nyina hyehyia kwan ne nchen e no mo ton wo Jenny no baby abo pavilion na wono omu nte ase enti emansentrefo no ebisa won se agent na omu ton Jenny no e wo kwan no na no mo de tu yanim ka kire yen se baby omu ba no pan kom de omu track e kwa kosi ono contractor ne ka kire omu se ye adwuma wo ha onwie ye enti anya ade a obetimi ama omu kwan na omode omo tracks na ba be ruha be Jenny no entina kese bibi ombetimi aton Jenny no eye kwan no ho ena ombetimi aton no echiresu ye ni omudi nkomo bu so se ba na homa ba no omo beko ana se den no because ejo ade ko na bi so ha so amaye ha nyeye maye enti so omo aba be duru ha no den na omo ka omo de omo nsem bi enso eto ye anim
ya ba ya wa mbatu sha ya bisu ya arrange ya ho ya hwese na be kwa maye tie ko ye maya ya da so ha ko nya maya so ya so ya be fa ya ho aji
aba bon pa se nya mi be bibi amaya onu ana e pe nya mi o o ai place ni ye ba man de mu bebre man o mo to nya ba o fi mu fi keep push mu fi takradi eba ha ewa kwani de ewa anti ya challenge se be face no ebi ni o we no mu no bukata su no we su ensu ye toilet ni ju so oni o de wa ko jina bush o na ko toilet
aha de aye de nyame ase toilet ni ni ana do ensu bi ni o ana bebi na ye be sala ensu bi ni o ahun se onu mi ba ni manya sala ji se me kofi e ko ye sala toilet ye ni bi do ensu bi ni o masala kin su ni o onu na ye be haye
amuri tu jana me ba na mo se ye be hu sa toilet anase ye hu toilet ye ba na mo ewo eye agya kotoku market no na ehu ya ne se assembly na si eye toilet ba kope ewo ho na toilet na wasi no onya ade a wawie ye si aboso apenti hu first good but nya ade adan na ye bebie eye gate for ne da no ni nyina na ye ade a ye de padlock atoto ano a ya lock no enti ye hu se ne omo ka se toilet ni ho eye be yomba dwunso ni ho no toilet wo ho de but aban ni nya nwie ya wabia no enti na ge se omo ka no omo nya ba bi enkodwunso na apenti nya ho ye
toilet ni ye sai
ba ko penisi o
toilet ba ko sei oh okay ena nipa be anyo ton for hwe omudodo be say
ya ni omu di nkomo no yebisa omo say omo so omo ba be 4-5 groups ena buso say group no emudodo bia ba ko be say omo say group bia kita ba be 1000 nipa oni omunti say 3 groups kwa na ebra na about 3000 and so go do ono nipa na onyame ani nukra na nipa ho 1000 e ko be 2000 na nipa no e wo ho e do so
nipa e wo ho no ma wo di wani ko nwe
yes I no pay e 1000
na kako 2000
yes
wow na enti se o mu pesu o mu je o mu na o mu be den
ni ade a me hu yan se Johnson na hu se na manfo adwunso nsi obi da market na chi o gata bi da ho ho na hu se na mema no dodo na de e ho na na mo juba ye mo adwunso buo e wo ba bi nti se yo ba de na ke se obako wani mu pa kwa wura mu ba bi ansa na bi a wetimi hu na se bi o yefunu so ka wode a na ki se bi a obusa obi fie ben ho ba bi na wetimi akoye hu yi
na ho asase no te sei o mu aye te se de ye te se honorable Clement Wilkinson e ka se wɔn asiesie hɔ kama ɛhɔ so paa wɔn ayɛ apata kama wɔ hɔ no menim sɛ saa na ɛteɛ deɛ.
Yɛkɔdu hɔ no stores ɛwɔ hɔ a about 95 stores 3 blocks. Ɛno deɛ ɛno mampanyin dada akufoɔ ɛna yɛyɛ. Saa baby ayɛ stores no nyinaa ne ayɛ pavement atwa ho ahyia. Ade foforɔ sɛ hu saa bɛka on sɛ abɔ pavilion mmienu. Baako ase na regional minister ekohyia akɔyɛ stakeholders meeting no. Ɛno deɛ complete. Ɛna ya number ya ma numbers ɔdan hɔ 10 11 20 25 ne mmienu. Ɛna yɛsɛ hu sɛ contractor ne ɛbɔ apata so mmienu sa wɔn nkyɛn a ɛno anɔpa ne kɔduru na ɔde ne post na sisi hɔ ba na onya mmɔ so anwumire bɛyɛ no na ɛyɛ firi ɔno deɛ na baako ɔyɛ abɔ so awie ɛna fam hɔ so yɛ ade a yɛdwi baabi a ɔmo de ɔmo gyeni no ebegu na adeɛ baako na ɔmo ka ne sɛ asase ni so ɛna asase no ebi da nkyɛn a enka coordinating council no betimi adwi bi aka ho enti na ɔmo stress sɛ betimi a RCC fo ni medwi asase na aka ɔmo ndwi ɔmo sɛ ne bɛyɛ a ɔmo betimi akɔ boss nipa ɔmo de ba nipa ne dɔso
nti mevansa apart for stores no a wɔse kanema mpani John Ejekum Kofuo si yɛ no ɛne apatami no na no ano no
apatami no na yɛwie na afɔ ɔmo san bɔ mienu so ɔmo nwie
ɛno
nti ɛno na ɛwɔ hɔ sesi a adeɛ ɛwɔ hɔ sesi a ɔmo betimi atɔn adeɛ na ne ɔmo sɛ adwadifoɔ ne ntia apata na se ɔmo nyinaa te kwan no ho ɛna ɔmo tɔn ɔmo
adeɛ nti vansa sɛ nsuo ɛtɔ a ɔmo ɛhe na ɔmo bɛgyina
ɛna ɛkisɛ ɔmo dwane kɔhyɛ ɛyɛ pavilions ne abɔ na se but onyɛ ma deɛ ntimi nkɔ hɔ bi
ayiko akwa abanso etiefo wei ayeye nua ɔdehunufoɔ Jackson
na Samson Kwame Nyame kyɛ ne yaman bɔfoɔ pani a ɔto nkra ɛwɔ Kumase Same aba ahoma no so Same ma adwoe
yɛ ni amakanna
yo ya de kase boy hihya so ya ne anya ne ntie sɛ onumnyamfoɔ sɛ asibe yantwi ya wɔyɛ meya Kumase Metropolitan Assembly nkɛsɛ so ɔde ne ho kɔ na ebisabisa ne nsɛm sɛ ɔsafata so ɔsan ɛyɛ meya biom no ɔse wayi ne ho afiri race num na Eja Kumase so de yɛntimi ma wabra yɛ ma ona so ɛhɔ te sɛn
yo nana me da se senior o kai na sa na tie na nti mu kaka yɛ so nya no so me kai a enche na you know district bia ɛwɔ Asanteman abedafo trans committee no names of regional minister onwanyamfo Simon minister and a chair a committee na mpanyimfo bi ɛka na ho nti ɔmo yɛ recommendations nti ɔmo yɛ no wie no district bia ne nipa dodo ɔmo yɛ recommendations nti KM no honorable sɛ benchi no ɔka ɔmo a Asante Region Committee na mekasa regional minister dan no recommend bi ɔmo ka ho ɛyɛ Ewura Sampan ɔyɛ regional secretary ɛde ma MPP afei ɛyɛ Kennedy Kankam member of former member of parliament for Nshai so and afei ɛyɛ another former member of parliament for ɛyɛ Menziano of Collins Owusu-Amankwa afei Yewura Kusibuafo ɔno so ɛba vet ne be ɛna engineer Tapoku a ɔyɛ urban rules boss ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Kumase the back of this account, or recommend you at the back, and to see on a final vetting at Drew Accra, and like or more appear before the vetting committee. I also so the best let's yeah, Accra committee, it's in a very recommended. You almost say or say effort, say, mayo. No, and we are in Yanity, honorable says, you could do committee, also for lay. On one kasa interest every race no nyabia or bekoso up a sick deal. And you know, you beside checks I try say you better say reasons being another DNT and our say or my recommended from Kumase after Ababi Pimon Kaya or Beko Bet in our and not yet say or personal reasons nyabia obey na yeso a year na kakrati say Sanana Obekaya came Diano, Osha, Ubia, a project candidates, and Ubia was support to be Obiaka, we are see, we are to see. So that Kaya in JP, cry, and the other two just say, ye 50 cities be, a year, we are say, I international monetary funds for Kana as a COVID-19 so manager, the Kumase. Came so count as it can be cry soon by $1 million. I can also no commitment and then cry a buyer, and also a can achievement one, no visenka a beer that no. But the new specially intimate as any reason that is a committee in the one sunny reason to the children affair. Short list one more short list or Mombi do a last committee now very recommended or says be a pull out.
You. Yadase pa no man bo Samson Kwame Nyame chairman bo na yeti ye na ansa na yebekwa kofa adwenkyere fa edikan no opani bia onim de e wo sikasem tutuye mu na wono ne kwankyerefo a oda Institute of Certified Economists Ghana Institute of Certified Economists Ghana ano ye fe no Yewura Gideon Emisa or say sa companies no aye bia Ghana ha say wo mo nhyehyɛ cars MIN no asem papa na beboa Ghana wa kwani asa nyina so na Yewura Gideon Emisa any peace news twetwe nkomo wo bra omampani ekokoso apaso mu editwa ahoma no ema Toyota Susho Vehicle Assembly Plant obie ano wo enkran sei no en wo kire se Toyota aba Volkswagen fo aba Suzuki aba se ekoba se nwumaku ekran obi afa Ghana fo adwumafo aduonum 50 pempo kra no a eyisika ema Ghana
Buana, a Juma about minimum. We have covered the buy any association or minus one economy anymore. Here be bisa, any kind consumer confidence. A bema man for Lancasa, a Benyan crash share a year economy anymore. Ye to soon you know a business confidence. You may do my whole and so the ones that Toyota about minimum, the means that one will be power economy anymore in terms of future prospects. And also the mass crash number. I say other foreign investment. I'm an only force where person about mine will be investment. I'm also moving to this and also the show Ukraine almost so more abba. I say yes, fiscal regime so sure. If maybe about mine anymore, boy. Ma buying a year taxes are which me in ya was no so.
Then what she and I remis I saw can say. I never go so one say. Nim dia sa brofo di banyina no ebeka Ghana isan so mbefa Ghana fo no me ya adwuma
the biso ye technology transfer and they say Toyota by almost so say beboana Ghana for munyo be adwuma no mbesua efio chain ama almost years to come no Ghana for Ghana so to me ISA assembly no made the cabisi biso say who be here sa ban so be local content arrange beboana sa technology transfer no aye adwuma na enkoye say bibisa ba no in a way ne benya some negative impact local industry and so mind what are we also looking at in terms of regulation. It may be a young industry here, but we have to start thinking about how well we can regulate the automobile industry.
Penny Okasa, your friend Gideon Emisa on the Peace News and a train come on.
Now a time heba Santa and at the time heba Mr. Baye. Now a buyer na wakase ya pa yantobet near her. And when you draw a to malaria sakura and yes, yes, no. Ampa ye bet to me a kasi sudia etin one dance ye say wo pedra etumi to malaria fever wenu mu ato a untumi ndidi ohuna mudua eya we ya eduro ne ya ba akopɛ ye friend time heba mister ene ne betu ase ama wo oside de KNG heba capsules eka ho ene wakata say no so yenom ne ye hwɛ se eduro bi wo honom a ema immune system no nya hoden kuti anyarewa a ekyai KNG herbal capsules a ye medi ho adanse ene ye start say ye nom eno nso ye betumi aka sisudua edi ho adanse say immune booster bi ani wonom a ekyai KNG herbal capsules enti niam mieni time herbal mister ene ye malaria wonu ato a untumi ndidi general body pains ena KNG herbal capsules and many pediani young one day kuti anyar wasan siesie no eno ano no so wo pedudu to aye 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 give us eba edi give us P capsules eba na every bra give us P capsules eba ye no yane ye enya se bi ade no ba ya ye tem das ya bro na ya ma ya kura so dabi de ya so ahye ne ya de die ene edi hu adanse enipa bebre hono a na edu mpam nkitawudi a wo ma hoode na nko wode boss wa pe no wa pada bebe na wo di ahome tete ya so fan esi no so bi won so obenum nsuo bebre wontumi nkose kura ene ya try give us power capsules no aja wa adwa utumi ti wa ba no hunahuna no ama hu say yes wo ba memu your friend give us power capsules and wo mo san de give us cold capsules kan ho say eduro we obi a ne sisi ya ne ya koko amaman ayemitim etu ase koto bi na hye ya ne de ya sare ne yedi wa daze enti koto bi na hye sa wo pedudu atu a 0543 222 470 0543 222 470 21st clinic samu amunam kromu amuhu signboard no ya to apete baabi a ene wa kire baabi kro no a wotumi ye no wo say efru na nkokom edi besi woto efam hanum sei no ya de bi taye ye wo ya friend sciatica na no na wonimu a ebi de ko prayer camp wakwa a wose na busuafo eta ne nan de akosensen dua so ebi so kura kwa wose ne nan hanum sei ne de esi anwamu oche asofo ni bi nso tumi eka bi sa wose wona we ye de esi anwamu oche ya tetero ya mantan sa aponche enti na ye osa no ya sciatica fako 21st clinic enya sunsum bia na ye obi an kwatetere wo abosom so ayat sciatica 21st clinic ena ye expert ewom obetu ase ko have do abronsanum eno e wodome market wo ena hwa eno wo Kumase 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 Remy Foods and the Remy Natal Spices yaba enne say na obi komprene meso yankwato aduane wa na wase o spices bi a wo mpa me dikura na me bofuno me enti mu a motonton aduane wo restaurant no samonte ya me katre mo santi ananse nkofo ma woni se wo mo sa spices no amudi aduane na nyi wo mo de wo mo mpe de wo mo pe aye Remy spices anu ya natural anu no mo pe Remy rice nso eya mo a etepe yi ba ko kama on say medidi Natalie Limited at the Proslav capsules aba be ma de se wo kwa akodonso donso ya de bia in fact donso ade wo pa na watu America do daye ho na usane wo bet bie batimiti ni wie ya penu wa yi bati anu so na ba na wodonso sa na eba bewie kura no a bonze awose bia gu na tete wa donso kama the American experience nyi obi na wo bio ansa na obi atumi ya donso no this wo bonne na ho bonne na enu mpo donso na skills da ho benya botra yen kakra Proslav capsules ebetu ase ene yawo cell strength capsules obi o ha nenu su ta bribri no ne tita pai no pa bi nso wa ne tifa their friend say migraine ne tifa ta pai no pa ene obi nso wa honam dua ne nyina na ya ne ya obi wo so te epato koto cell strength capsules 0204 616161 0204 616161 sa etumekoya dawruma a text message ni bi
yo adwenche na amode aba no Hailey Selassie de Frigoso eno say mo amohwehwe MPP ahwe ase nanim gu ase no ebeba mo amoso Kofi Sami bechem akrom eno say edene pa o eden papa chese esi ade bibia Akufo-Addo asemuni Erikus Ofiapre eno say nanado wona waye ama sese Toyota fo atimi abebia adwuma ewo ha sei nanso ka kire omo se cars no omonye nketo ebetimi atode aye taxi eno beboa pa Koresko Zakaria eno say Ghana fo on sese pa mo hu se mo ato aba ma MPP anunum ho eka ye bo atua pa ni ogawuli ewo enkawe eno say ha adwene pa say ngofo nam na fix the country ade isuso papa yi eno an wo ye no Dr. Babazamu Master Planner Junior eno say security for am Ghana ha munim se mo ye namfofo na de no ade am soja fo no mo ye owa no fere pa enyefe ajudi nana dwomo ewo enkranza eno say one more ATM fix the country ni nyina no saa nkofo no aso ne mpese o mbedi mra so e wo memu Balami Patrick ene oso wa akomadan ene o se de bibi anya adwuma o memu mra bi anya adwuma obi atimi ye de opɛ Daniel McLean ene o ka se Centrofo nso so monte mani fancy na akofo so na akofo aban de o mo kanti Centrofo mo hwe ho Emmanuel Fando ene o se gomu amo na ho no wo na wose on the empire ene se won mo hwere won kwa e wadwira no nyame ebe mo wo mo adaye Martin Jan dweso domi abra ene wose emfa ho ne de amanyo konkaye no ebeye MPP no ani di aban na MPP so ebeye amane ma nyina ayeye Francis Ampoma ene wose nana peace enkwa so muma yehu de ko na sese de ewiase ayedene pa yehu hwe eso afei okay apirugu chakapama eno se Ghana fo muma ye nyina ye mpre asomdwe na asomdwe eni seso bia ena Aaron ewo UPS no se boy soja ni ena wo soja ni yetimi age wo fon afiri wonsam ena ye giwie na se ye wo free prage no mu wo se de untu obi ntimi hunu sa kwa we pam so e soja ni en ye sese yi nadi we soja ni ayete etimi etuanaka onye soja ni papa Kristo ewo fufu ene o se de mahu ene se opposition bi apeso oye ma aban ho ye ahi enti de eni ho kra no na oka e de afra ne a ewo ho ye nyina we so na ho me kase ebo no so nya aboafo nka to ebeba sesi a
Catch if you're me ba wono yire ho ena so biem if you am butie bosume me ma mutia rent say
if you 40 Ghana cedis
if na de kro mu batia 80 Ghana cedis
hey sound is
ma bu sabi if you am batia bitimi beteta mompoma mu ho ehu de ekoso nyina na this way chocolate drink da abai some no mo ma etwa no mo ani da ban na wo kra wo ba titru wotumi aka sa bi if you fa osu ohebra e me ye ntwa bi kwa ma no mu da
eje fi ewura sa de wo duobo if you ever fa de wo tu yani if you ever fa de wo tete yani this way chocolate drink for fufu yin so a egudwomi ye tenants for ne esa akoto betwa team no madan efiewura wutuani ya braw adan
na this way chocolate drink no sugar enum dada
sugar wom
ene no aso anya nsu ohie
ane de wo hia ene so ohie
na anopa bia me hwie so hyegu kapom de befa manim ho ehwe se bia mo ba fra me ate this way sachet ba kompo egu mo atwa tia mama no mo ye bi da
efiewura sa de ye nye efiewura beni fufu valanda so a wodi buai ye say ya umuna wodi kutukum ye koto this way chocolate drink so a if you were in your debut,
sir, we shall see.
FD Aji Ejedi in Kratway Atum.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yama yetiafo nyina akwaba na ononyamfo doctors nato ajima Ronensia oyamra sebeteni ma de se wo krotekore ena wode kwasin ye tuda edi bisa aswafo a wo hye ketete akwan so wononyamfo Peter Mawu na maame ne pese wo hunu se ketete akwan no railway lines no wo mugusu tonton ana esanse ukọ CMB market wo ene mmia bembe ho a wo musu o matoto nsase no ede afiri railway sifo nti we ya watam na pata no de abesi wo de obeto bros no oto aso wo mate wonum nyina nti no opese wo hu se railway sifo se mo start tonto railway lines no a na wono so be ya wakotobi and Minister for Railways Development ononyamfo Peter Mawu kire se da bi obi anton asase mfa ma obi a
Land Commission through its sector minister to halt all transactions relating to the railway lands, and such transactions include transfers, regularizations, and any other actions that can create an equivalence on the railway property. The relevant agencies of the ministry, Mr. Speaker, have also been directed not to grant or renew any lease on any of the railway land. Mr. Speaker, let me use this opportunity to appeal to my colleague members of Parliament to support the Ministry of Railway Development as we move to reclaim and protect railway lands and other assets as we strive to provide a very comprehensive rail interconnectivity in line with the National Railway Master Plan.
Wey ayanyano a Minister for Railways Development, Honorable Peter Amewu, Edema Dr. Zinato Ajimai Rollins, Emraseme Denia Ujinama this year wo Klotekole. Na after that, Emraseme Denia Ujinama this year wo boom. Eye Ora Kofi Adams, Honorable, Ononsu Ebisa Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Owusu-Efiri Yakoto. Wasu Honorable, Nanse Mose Namo ye hand pollination, eye cocoa no, ye tete ho. Na ebi wo honom nso a yetaguni asan dua foforo hand pollination and pruning eye cocoa production no eno wono nso tasa enokra yetumi aye 15,729 hectares of cocoa farms ya eye kuafo 39,000 for omodia na emebuna ye bo wo mu pa emu wo ye sa adwuma no nso aye 10,000.
Beneficial farmers started seeing pod counts per tree in double digits and in hundreds as against counts in single digits and in tens. The Speaker, the ensuing 2 years, the demonstration exercise recruited 20,000 pollinators to teach the technique of artificial pollination in 31,377 hectares of cocoa farms for 78,444 farmers in 2018, and 27,890 pollinators in 60,196 hectares for 150,000 farmers in 2019.
Dear Okaseta Atoye, Dr. Owusu-Efiri Yakoto, Onona Oyasuafo a wɔhyɛ kuyadwuma so.
Ghana Scholarship Secretariat ede nhyehyɛ bi eba ebre kakra nie ena omo ye ne se ebre beso ama omo ama disuafo se fata se aban ema omo nsiachi ba no ode sua de no ebre beso ama omo ama onkonya so omefa nkrata no a ekane na nkasa ne ye no bibia ye nkranko a tie se de omo ba ba betrim se be ya oman no ba bia wo hye bia won so ubetimi ede onkrata akwa Scholarship Secretariat for no mahwe ni nyina mu ahwese sa wo sefata na yama obi enu nti eka ho bi ema Owura Kingsley Ajimai oba be ye registrar ewo Scholarship Secretariat no sa online portal no omo ede ebaye a se duru so a ehia se obi se mfanze bia wo mikro mehame no ho a wo be fa ka afiri mehame aba nkran se wo be scholarship emfa ho se ba bia wo hye bia no ane so wako online na wo de onkrata no akwakoma Scholarship Secretariat for ene obo ho dwa ewo enkran ha sei eye ne se afimpinu ene aduonu baako ne mpinu ne aduonu mienu akwasko ko baka se 2021 and 2022 academic year no ngomasu afi no wo bebia no ama wo mo a konto aso school no a wo mawie no a wo mo wo ho kwan se wo mo kosuapon mu no aban aso wo mo asene amotimi akosuapon mu akwa de na Owura Kingsley Ajimai ya wo ye registrar Scholarship Secretariat ekasa no wo se aban hihye ne se afi adisuafo empem aduonum enum 55,000 ya wo mo ye Ghana fo na aban eso wo mo asene ama o makosuapon ahodo mu akwa de na no sika aban atwa to de baba bosa abra no eye Ghana sika opepepem aduowotwe enum 85 million Ghana cedis. Owura Kingsley Ajimai
ene na ye portal no se obi bia o pese o apply no obetumi apply ye no ye bie no for na wotwe miensa na se ye bie ne ye be san tom 21st of July yatum wia afi na nipa dodo na nyina ye bekọ obia district na ye den yakoye no interview enti emu da ho enti se mre bia na atwam a banda da atwam a naja wonte krase scholarship bi ye den ekoso enti ye be stress obi bia beti bia no ja media mo na mboa ye wonfem ko no obi enti na obi enti nye application bi na academic year da ye ni me 2021 2022 yi aban aye na dwen se behwe ne aboa Ghana esuafo ewo sa schools bobo dini bese nipa bese 55,000 atum se ekona nim sen afidada ni twem na no ye hwese ye de bese 85 million and ebebo sa abrabo no
na Owura Kingsley Ajimai eka asase wewie no san ka che Ghana fo nyina se wa brebre na so ase ane wote eni se nipa bi mo ka se o se scholarship no wo pe bi a yes no okokope connection mine middle mine bi ena ade afa so o se da bi Ghana ban scholarship no awode ma no eye fa me kwa enkodua sika ma obia emfa sika nkomo obia se fa kokopɛ scholarship ema me wo ya ne sa no a obi age usika di kwa esan se sika no emba scholarship secretariat for ho enti no eno ani se wankasa se ya bie a portal no na wotwe miensa ene ya de asi wo so obia wo hwe a wo qualify se wo so do nkrata akoma ban so wonhwe normal scholarship no bomoden na fa sa kwanya iso na fa nkrata akokodan aban na mo za otena se wo de usika kwa akoma obi so won na nhwe nyama wo de a ene wo de udokono kwa
Bahu na nipa bi afa pambone so bi epese jin krofo sika wo hwe ekwan ya de ato ho ya ana ya na ye niam nyina mu no ya ka se ehu hia se wo be sika ba ko mo bi anazo bi bedi wani enti besre Ghana for any media aya ye de to ho ye hu ye tibia ye na de ato ho na ye bo amanfo kokko na so aya na mpem bebre no media na no de ahun se de nkan wasem ehu be hia se ye besi hu kwan ansakoye de akosi so bia ye sadna wo fo nya ko police station because said the bru said the nyado wo bibi a enka wo maje mo anye den infra ban ho ye ma obi akwan ana ye ma adwumaku obi akwan say ye adwuma ye ebro ye so nto mo aye
the krakra mu na Yerakins Lageman ka say aban yen hihye bi na san hihye ne say one district one factory no aban de bae no enye say aban sa akekewu aban adwunu ho ahu ne ma ye betimi aye Ghana ha sei enti one more age sa scholarship no ye hwe adesuafo a ye be hye da tete wo mo kwan sonko so se be ya ni o makwa kosua wo suapon no mu no o mo ba o betimi dia ba be ye adwuma na aboa ama one district one factory no so akoso
Omampenya be de chire His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia say tiefo ni ahwefo be kaya afiviti ase na o hye yen say ne one di one nefofo no nye den empe bibi nye we ya kwan ye fa ye ne humasua eko infidi dwuma mu enti obi bia na asuafo ya mo manya akwanya yi se fanse obi wo sehwe asanwenso na se wo 1D 1F ni bi wo sehwe asanwenso a o makwan a obekọ ho akonya adwuma mu suahu ana se adwuma mu ntete we na beboa e de kire se mpempe bi na ya na adwuma ye fo no beka se uwie school nya adwuma da ese bi ni pa fe no uwie school obe na ya adwuma da enti we ya kwanya bi a o mampanya be de kire e de beboa se de be ya Ghana mabu bebre na betumi enya the work experience na eso mu hia na mro mu school no kra no ansa o ma ye den o ma wie
Penia Okasa ye Kingsley Ajeman ono eno ye registrar National Scholarship Secretariat na sansemi nyina yaman bofo a eba scholarship ho nsemo a won de di akire Patricia Sifa Fisher na eboaboa no e de ema yen
na na se ye ko
enko
ye de text message baba
da we bi mabiom
abusia for time Heba Center Odamase time Heba Mr. Madia tumu amonom Kenji back capsules and so munguswa. Give us Heba, give us P capsules and you may say who are Matia, who can what to be called Bananwako Boris Max. Give us coke capsules, cocoa, Sisiadia, intimate to us here. 21st and 21st clinic here, expert was Siatica, Remy natural spices, and Remy rice. Yawa Proslav capsules and cell strength capsules. Womada Roma and ya de text message abaye na ya de kase bon mu asedan kasa de Ozon's chemist at the Ozon's garlic capsules aba MTM for say COVID-19 no da ho ho ntiem so hu yie but se unim star 175 asia utifi a obetumi aye bibia high sense Ghana a free 18th no watim at the kwakosi July de toso eduba akon kwagene ma papa ne bi Mado and Sons, on what they Gadivia plus glucometer, test strips at the Abba. Afe, a budgets in the same Yawa budgets classic, budgets extra virgin, budgets with garlic, 1 + 400 Nayanson sooner tamfu, a 2 asiakura. Diversity and beauty, or Hima feminine mister, or barefit komu how, a 2 asia. Yawa diversity glow sour gel, a mani pediana ya kama. Fuenitre East Legon AH Hotel in Tempe 0207 491 414 Car bank etrese se owo womu app ni bia ene obetumi aye bibia but se ubenya wo de dial star 771 hash star 771 hash na register womu service no bibia wo bia to America kwa obetumi ay ne simple Emma to extent to say ubetumi update na when renew Ghana card ewo so check o balance o ye transfer mobile money wallet wo tuama third party ni nyina wotumi ye bi ewo so 0800 500 amansan tiame kwabena mafo ana
nana yaw kese yen ena yede kasebo yi ebremo na ye sorry kra no abusua ede yaw ne arehwo so manfo nyina se yera Richard Kofi Boama openi Richard Kofi Boama eda ya wanzore senia matino enframamu no matino hu no abusua se yemfa entomonim se ne amote ye no eye no kre se yera Richard Kofi Boama oda ya wansore na Richard Kofi Boama ye kana asemi yera Mike Chumbema ya oye penna wada Midwest Company Limited panjo we nya Midwest Contract Works Limited or no ye Midwest contractor we ye Mike Chumbema Midwest Company Limited banner paint ne honsam ni nyina monim se Midwest Chumbema Midwest ono ena ehweso no ono ni nua ni mpon ene Richard Kofi Boama ya oda fomu na busu anhyehyɛ ne se nyame eya adomo a ene eye 1st July echena eye 2nd kwasiada eye 4th July kwasiada ebe anopadu ba ko pepepe ewo Page Event Center ya ewo Buzia Highway no so yaka Buzia Highway no a eben Sakaman traffic light no ewo odoko ehonum na ehono Ghana Post address no eye GS 007 7353 GS 0077 7353 afade no eye kokko ena tuntum ana brown ne miensa water kokko abetimi di aba water tuntum abetimi di aba ena wo brown so a ubetimi ede aba na wo se Richard Kofi Boama yera Mike Chumbema ya oda Midwest Company Limited atono ni nua ena eda fomu nyame eya adoma kwasiada ebe ena obidi de na wotweda enti abusua esro manfo nyina se mumeja wo mo ewo Buzia Highway eben Sakaman traffic light ho ye frɛ ho Page Event Center eho ena obidi na wotweda no sama wie akade mausi sama minwie menka de aka no vanto aso on de na sem yen kana ha enti mausi mawie enti eno no yera Mike Chumberma ene wabusua nyina yemamo yako ene hyeden abusua yedemo asi yadamase amamumo enitia enyando
Peace FM.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Mitchell, into your chinaye yedien.
Oh, it's a summer bank hall. Let me hear my cocutia near Manoka. Alfie, a biano, my son's bank hall. Eddie Diacano, and my name in Miano said,
hey, when you bring some now, cano, huh? Who bank and print the Dacrope? Or your wine, bank bay, and crabata bay. Oh, and yammy middle beer. Your friend is saying, tell a dear, oh,
for Calvin mobile banking, so more abroad when you're would your box star 771 hash transfer secure will call bank account and also call account for BRS. Your mobile money, nature secure would free will bank account and also our phone so say Sierra. A brevia will be beer. We hear internet, yantil credit to beer. And yet, dear cry star 771 hash. Secure cry, I am mre our Calvin, you bubble koya new.
Forward together.
21st clinic say eba sciatica no every usisimu konoa woto ase hono ntina fa usrem ekosi wo na ase hono ebo betimi atutu ama wo ankasa wo hu ba bia enye enti 21st clinic wo mo na ye sciatica expert e wo Ghana ha wo mo de bibiduro so ho bibiduro ankasa ene besa o yade no masa de machine aka ho yade bibiduro ka ho ne asan de wato machine so ya san ye o massage bi ye wi a herbal treatment ye de awono ama ho e sciatica 21st clinic na ye expert a wo tu ase Ghana ha ba bia wo mo ho enkran domi market wo ho heavy do dan mo ho ena kuma senso ahia udu session so wo mo na nue dwabo so wo mo ho sunyane ni wenchi ni ba bia nkranza 0540 311 311 0540-311-311. That's a 21st clinic. Woman is sciatica expert.
Give us P capsules. A memory. Manum bia ye benemua. Kani metutu ya na minkuma bua sese die. Betu esa kum menia. Give us P